Welcome back to Homeowner Talk. And joining us now is Alex Zari. Alex is a certified irrigation auditor and co-owner of Classic Landscapes LLC. Alex is here to tell us a little bit about the latest trends in landscaping. So Alex, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
We appreciate it. Tell our viewers a little bit about yourself.
Well, 25 years ago, I went into the landscape business as a summer job, but I guess I found out I love the outdoor and the plants, to work with plants, and so I've been there since, and I worked for so many companies in town here. Went from labor to foreman, to supervisor, to management, and 6 years ago, we decided I had to go on my own, and we joined forces with my partner that you met before, Justas, and we started Classic Landscapes. As he said, we had 1 truck and 2 employees at the time. Now we are up, our fleet has almost 30 over trucks. In the high season, we have probably over 100 employees. We service almost 120 clients. 80% is homeowner associations that we take care of. The rest is a combination of hotels, casinos, hospitals, retail centers, and etc.
Well, excellent. But I think that laborer and foreman sounds good, but I think owner even sounds better.
Definitely. We've been after that position for so long. Finally, we got to it.
Well, that's great. Congratulations.
Thank you.
We know that all landscape companies are not created equal. And we know that you spend a lot of time teaching and training on this subject. But maybe you could tell our viewers a little bit about what you see are the latest trends in landscaping, things that you think they should be aware of.
Definitely. It's one thing, education for Classic Landscapes is very important, and it starts from the basics, from our employees and all the way to the homeowners, all the way to the management. So in Classic Landscapes, we created classes for the employees because unfortunately there is no colleges where we can hire from or schools where we can bring people with landscape experience. So we have to make them.
Well, and Alex, here's a little video you put together for us. Maybe you could describe for our viewers what this is.
Exactly. This is our classroom, and what we did there is we did a setup of a sprinkler system, how it starts and how it goes, and it defines how is the valve goes, where is the main line, where is the PVB. That's why when our employees go to the field, it's not a mystery to them what's underground. We brought it to them and we showed it to them. Now everybody can be familiar with what's underneath there. So we put a system that takes care of the spray heads for turf grasses. We have a system that takes care of drip irrigation, how it's set up, where everything goes. We have a board that shows all the parts that are used in the landscape systems. And in this one here, as you can see, it's very important. Timers is the heart, is the brain of all landscaping. Taking advantage of the options that are offered in those timers is key to the success of our company. So the old days, it used to be mechanical and rotating with a screw. Now it's so sophisticated, and it brings us so many options that we can take care of with the different programs, different options that we can work with.
This seems like it would be good really for anybody, because I sure don't know, I still don't know how the timer at my house works.
I'm good at killing things, but I'm not good at growing things.
Well, that brings up a question then. Do you have any programs, training programs for community managers and homeowners? I'm
glad you asked. Classic Landscapes is the only landscape contractor in Nevada that teaches Landscape 101, which is certified by the state of Nevada. And that is a course that is a combination of what we teach.
And I think we have a video right now that talks about
exactly.
this
And
course.
this is my partner, Mr. Stas, giving the class. And it's a class that we give to the community managers. And it helps them toward getting with their credits toward their licensing. And what it does, it teaches them a little bit about the irrigation. It teaches them a little bit about what kind of plant material needs to go here, what are the new trends coming up. So if they are talking to their vendors as landscapers, at least they have an idea of what that vendor is talking about and what they are looking for.
If a community association management company or a board of directors that are governing or operating these communities are interested in this type of program, what would they need to do? Do you just contact your office? How can they attend one of these classes?
Definitely. These classes offered at least twice a month, and there was so much demand about it that we are thinking about creating more. But right now, yes, any board members that we have as clients, they can come to our facilities, as you can see, and they can take the class, or we can go to them anytime they want during their board meetings, and we can teach them the class so they can take advantage of what's available to them.
So if I just show up, you'll teach me how to use the timer in my
Definitely, that would be a
garage.
pleasure
So
to do that.
That's
Sounds
enough
like
for
a
me.
date.
That would be a pleasure.
How long is the class for the manager or the board member or the consumer? How long is the class?
The class itself, probably, if without interruptions, probably would be 45 minutes. But the class is so interesting. There was always interactions with our members. So it can go from an hour to a couple hours, depending how much interest is going on.
Good. Now, from an irrigation standpoint, what are some of the real significant issues that you're currently encountering?
Well, as far as irrigation is concerned, and I'm an irrigation auditor, when I go, unfortunately, we still see this issue of planters. When I say planters, is anything that has 3 to 4 feet wide with just bushes or trees in it without turf, and it is still getting irrigated by spray heads. And that's a no-no in the irrigation for an auditor to see that, because what happens is within 2-3 minutes, that planter is saturated with water. The plants are not getting enough water because the absorption is so slow, so the water just starts floating on top. And if there is any walls, any hardscape around it, sidewalks or a stairway, everything gets damaged by that spraying. So converting to drip irrigation would be a great thing in those issues right there.
And I know you put together another video of some of the damage you might see that could be caused to the landscape.
Yeah, exactly. In this video right here, if you can look at the sidewalk, you can see the marks of the water that keeps hitting every time the water irrigation comes on. It's right. And the problem here is the sprinkler heads. I don't know why they keep thinking that you have to have the sprinkler head against the sidewalk or against the wall. And all you are doing is every time it comes on, it's just damage to the sidewalks. If it is against the wall, all you see is those white arcs when you walk by. Those are damage from walls. And the easy fix to do that is really just to move the sprinkler head forward 4 to 6 inches. You are not going to lose no grass, and you're going to be watering properly and making good usage of the water.
You know, it seems to me to invest in someone coming out and doing an analysis of the placement of these sprinkler heads would be very important for community associations. The cost to the damage, to repair the damage, has got to be just out of control, I would think.
Definitely. I mean, especially in this situation, economic situation and stuff, everybody's pinching pennies right now. So they should really look at the easy ways to, I mean, there is so many easy ways, like we said earlier, just move the sprinkler heads forward by 4 inches. That will save you so much down the road. Making sure the controllers are used to their maximum of options. Do they know what kind of controllers do we have? Are they mechanical? Are they up-to-date controllers? Looking at those things there, we save a lot of money to homeowners.
And just the water costs, I know that there are a couple times during the year that you're supposed to change the clocks. Again, I never do that because I'm not really sure how the thing works. But comment on that. How often does someone need to come in and reset their clocks? Because there are some associations out there that just don't keep up on that.
No, it is. We have to do that almost 4 times a year, I believe, in the winter, in the spring, and in the summer. And every time, and it is a lot. If you don't follow that, you're going to be fined by the SNWA, Water Authority, about that. And then the association starts getting hit by. So yes, every time we have to change clocks. That's why we train our employees about multiple clocks that there is, so anybody can go anywhere and address the problem in which way it comes.
And so if an association is concerned that they're seeing that example of the overspray onto their community, their common area sidewalks, or maybe they have a recreational center and they've got the water heads right next to the thing, can they just contact you to have you come out and do an audit of their irrigation system and make recommendations? There's probably going to be other recommendations, not just relocating the sprinkler heads, but maybe upgrading to more updated material.
Yeah, definitely. They can always contact us. Our website is there. Our phone number is there. They can always, we do that. We offer that service. We can do an analysis of the place. What is it going to take? How much is it going to save? And we can do a report on that. How much water is going to be saving and how much return in investment is going to be.
Excellent.
Great. Well, thank you very much for joining us, Alex. After this break, we'll be joined by a special guest from the Southern Nevada Water Authority who will tell us about special rebate programs. We'll be right back.